Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of RawRadiantHealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So it's Tuesday, and I'm always getting questions about liquid diets, pretty much about smoothies and about juices and what's better, juices versus smoothies, and all sorts of questions like that. That I got another few questions this morning that I was like, you know what, I should just address all this because they're great questions and I know a lot of you can benefit out there. So I am a big supporter of juicing especially, and drinking smoothies, and just being on getting as much liquids into your diet as possible. And that means not getting, like, you know, the bottled juices or the bottled smoothies, things like that, but having freshly pressed green juices and also freshly made green smoothies. I truly believe in getting as much greens into your diet as possible, and this is one way to facilitate that. This is one way of getting it where it's broken down and your body can easily digest it without having to put too much energy into actually breaking it down, because it's either been broken down or completely, or it's semi-broken down, that it's like your body's like a sponge and it just absorbs it, rather than getting the actual green leafy vegetables from a salad or something like that, where you've got to chew, you got to break it down, you got to hope that your digestive system's working well enough to be able to really extract the nutrition out of it. Nowadays, it's unfortunate, but I'd say that 80% of the population has some sort of condition within their colon and within their bowels that they're not absorbing the proper amount of nutrition from their food, okay? And whether it's because they've got chronic inflammatory bowel disease, or they've got chronic constipation, things like that, or they've got some sort of issue of malabsorption, which comes from food sensitivities and allergies. And unfortunately, because of that, whatever they eat, they're not really getting the peak amount of nutrition out of their food. It's just either going right through them, it's not getting broken down properly, and it's just not being absorbed. And so when you're on liquids and you incorporate them into your daily diet, whether that's having a freshly pressed green juice or having a green smoothie every day, is that these things are broken down. They're pre-broken down for you in order for you to be able to absorb them much easily and faster, quicker, and better. And the main difference between having a juice or having a smoothie is that a juice is pretty much the vegetables are put through a juicer and the juice is pulled out and the pulp is extracted, okay? So the pulp and the juice are separated, that there's absolutely no fiber in the juice. It's just pure liquid vegetables, okay, and greens. And so the beautiful part of it is that you're not only getting the vitamins and minerals and all the antioxidants and all that out of it, but you're also getting structured water, the most easily absorbable form of water out of these vegetables into your body, and that also hydrates you as well. So this is, you know, an added bonus. Plus, since there's no fiber in it, you don't have to break anything down, that there's no energy being put from your body into breaking down the food. It just gets absorbed. And so therefore you can use the energy for other things, like, you know, going out to exercise or your daily tasks, or to think more clearly, or to feel better. You know, the less energy that you have on digestion and the more energy that's being put onto functioning and living your life, the better. You know, and that's why people that have like a heavy diet of a lot of, you know, animal fats, animal proteins, and a lot of processed food, is that so much of their energy is just put towards digesting all day, that, you know, they feel lazy, they feel like they need to sit on the couch all day, they just don't have the energy to go and run and do things because all their energy is just in their stomach, okay? And we want to get the energy out of the stomach and into rejuvenating us and revitalizing us and re-energizing us, okay? So now with the smoothies, on the other hand, smoothies, it's just blended down, right? The fiber, the pulp, and the juices of the vegetables, or the fruit as well, are all just mashed down, blended down into a liquid. Okay, and so it's much easier, again, to absorb. Plus you have that fiber, so the fiber really helps to draw things out of the intestines, really clean out the intestinal tract. So, and also to move things along. So that's the difference between juices and smoothies. Now, if someone, I was asked this morning questions about fasting and which one's better, to go maybe on a liquid diet of smoothies or a liquid diet of juices. Now, you're going to get more of a cleansing effect from having juices where you're not, there's no fiber going in your body, so your digestive system can kind of slow down, not have to really be, your energy is not focused on digesting things anymore, but is of rejuvenating the cells and re-energizing you and just clearing your body out. Whereas if you were to be on a liquid diet of just smoothies, then there'd be a little bit more energy used towards digesting those fibers. Even though the fibers are minuscule, it's still fiber, it's still substance is going through your body, and your body has to deal with it. So both ways, I want to make this very clear, both ways are great for you. And anyone that wants to go on either juices for an extended period of time or even just a few days, it's fantastic. Same thing of just being on smoothies. You'll get more of a cleansing effect from being on the juices, but I know plenty of people that have been on green smoothies for, you know, weeks on end, you know, and just being on a liquid diet, and have really been able to build up their health, their energy, their nutrition, and really just clear out their body, and at the same time, you know, have a little bit of substance in their food, okay? But it's all been liquid. And so the main thing what it comes down to is that both, either if you're going, you know, you want to do a cleanse either with juices or you want to do a cleanse with having smoothies, either way, the biggest benefit of it is that you're rehydrating your system, okay? Because most people are not drinking enough water and they're not drinking enough liquids, and they're eating a lot of cooked foods, or if they're raw foodists, they might be having a lot of dehydrated foods, but you know, and these things suck out the water out of you. So being on a liquid diet for a while can really just help just get your back into hydration, because once your body's hydrated, you know, then your appetite normalizes, then your thoughts, your mental clarity, everything, how your brain functions, everything can start functioning normally, because it's not being sucked out of water and dealing with thirst all the time. It's got what it needs, and it's got that energy and electricity going through it. So I was asked as well too, if you know, there's a lot of people out there that say, well, you know, if you put your food through a juicer, if you put it through a blender, is it going to oxidize? And I just want to explain what that means. Is that a lot of times when you put food through a juicer or through a blender, it might heat up, okay? Most of the time it does heat up a little bit, okay? And that means it will oxidize the vegetables to a certain degree, okay? Not completely. It's not like you're going to lose all the nutrition, but some of it will be taken out. But at the same time, it's so readily available for your body to absorb and to utilize that, you know, a little oxidation is not going to hurt you. and that's the main thing, you know. It's like not to get too caught up in like the fear factor of your food and how you're preparing it, but really to enjoy it. And you feel the difference. Like, I know what it's like every day having my green juice. I know the difference between having a green juice and maybe having a plate of fruit. A huge difference for me. You know, therefore I go and have my green juice every day. I don't really listen to what people are saying about, oh, you know, this juicer's better than that and this and that. No, use what you've got, and if it feels good, keep going with it, okay? So those are my answers to some of your questions, and I was just asked as well with the 10-day juice fasting whether, because you know I hold it in January 2nd to January 12th, we're doing a 10-day juice fast, and person had asked me if they can do smoothies or juices, which is better. I would suggest doing juices, but you can join us and do the smoothies because you are on a liquid diet and that will do something for you. And I know even two people have asked about joining us and doing the master cleanse, and that's fine as well. You know, we're all on liquids together, whether you're having pure liquids or you're having smoothie liquids or master cleanse liquids, we're together, okay, to support each other. So if you want to sign up for that, go to my website, www.RawRadiantHealth.com, and that's it. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Have a fabulous, fabulous day, and yeah, bye.